Hi, this is Ravikant. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to draw sine and cosine graphs. And with the help of these graphs, you can easily solve a problem related to these graphs. In this video, we will focus only on two graphs of sine and cosine. Rest graphs will be in next video. After drawing these graphs, we will find domain and range by a brand new method which you have never seen in your entire life. So get ready and keep focus on the screen because after this video, you will never forget how to find domain and range of any graph. So let's start with our first function y is equals to sin x. To draw the graph of this function, let's call this is our origin, this is our x-axis and this is our y-axis. Now you have to remember where the function of sine will be 0, maximum and minimum. If you know about these parameters, then you can easily draw the graph of this function. If I am not wrong, then sine always 0 at every integral multiple of pi, as you can see in this equation. Here in this equation, sine is always 0 at x is equals to plus minus n pi, where n is equals to 0, 1, 2 up to dot dot dot. It means when you put the values of n, then the sine function will always give the value 0. Now denote some points on x-axis as pi, 2 pi, 3 pi and 4 pi. You can denote some more points, there is no boundations. Now draw the vertical dotted lines so that we can draw a perfect sine graph. Now we check where the sine function will be maximum and minimum. So you can see this equation that explains the maximum value of sine function is always 1 and the minimum value is always minus 1. If we put x is equals to 2n plus 1 pi by 2 and 2n minus 1 pi by 2 respectively, where n is equals to 0, 1, 2 up to dot dot dot. So denote these points on x-axis, then we get pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 and 7 pi by 2. And also draw the vertical lines. Now here a question rises that where the graph will run at y-axis. So the highest value is 1 and lowest value is minus 1. Means the graph will be drawn between these 2 points 1 and minus 1. The given equation also shows the same thing. So this is 1 at positive y-axis and this is minus 1 at negative y-axis. Now here a question rises that how the graph will look like. The graph may look like this graph. The graph also may look like this graph. And the graph also may look like this graph. So these are the three conditions. Now the question is which graph is correct. To check which graph is correct, we go through the trigonometry table. In this table, look at the values of sine. If you see the first value is 0, then after 1 by 2, that means 0.5, and then 1 by root 2, that means 0.7, and then root 3 by 2, that means 0.8, and at last we have 1. So you can see that the values are gradually increasing. That means these two graphs are not the real graph, because these are not satisfying this condition. The only one graph which satisfies this condition, that is this graph. So let's make a complete graph. In this graph, when x is equals to 0, then we get y is equals to 0, because sine 0 degree is equals to 0. Then after we put x is equals to pi by 2, then we get y is equals to 1. Then we put x is equals to pi, then we get y is equals to 0. So this graph shows all data is correct. Now we make this graph after pi. The graph between pi and 3 pi by 2 slightly decreases because at this interval we get negative values. And at 3 pi by 2 it gives exactly minus 1. After 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi, the graph suddenly increases. So between pi to 2 pi, the graph looks like this. Here the one cycle is completed of sine graph. Now the graph after 2 pi will be same as it is. You can understand this by practically. So after 2 pi, the graph looks like this. And after 3 pi, the graph looks like this. So this is the sine graph. Now it's time to find out the domain and range. To find the domain, we will look the graph from top side. And to find the range, we will look the graph from left side. First we find out the domain of sine graph. And for that, let's give a torch flash from top side. Here you can see that the light is falling on the graph. It will make a shadow at the other side of the graph. One thing I tell you that the graph is not limited between 0 to 4 pi. It will continuously run from minus infinity to infinity. And also the shadow will be from minus infinity to infinity. Now for the domain, we will see the shadow that where it is from. So we can easily see the shadow that is from minus infinity to infinity. And this is our domain. So simply flash the light from top side and see the shadow that where it is from. And then we can get the domain of the particular graph. Now we find out the range, and for that flash the light from left side. Then we get a shadow from minus 1 to 1. You can see that the shadow is limited between minus 1 to 1. It is not running from minus infinity to infinity. So this is our range from minus 1 to 1. So what we know about this function y is equals to sin x? We know that its maximum value is 1, minimum value is minus 1, domain is minus infinity to infinity, and range is minus 1 to 1. So these are some points that must keep in your mind. Now by the same method we will draw the graph of y is equals to cos x function. So let's start and assume this is our origin, and this is our x-axis, and this is our y-axis. One thing I tell you that whenever you draw a graph, you should know where it will be maximum, minimum and 0. If you know these parameters, then you can easily draw a graph. And how we get these parameters? So by putting some values in the particular function, we can find where the function will be maximum, minimum and 0. So let's find where the cos function will be maximum, minimum and 0. So the cosine function always 0 at an angle of 2n plus minus 1 pi by 2. It means at every odd integral multiple of pi by 2, cosine function will always 0, where n is equals to 0, 1, 2 up to dot dot dot. So denote these points on x-axis like this: pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2. At these points, cosine function will always 0. Now we check the maximum and minimum value of cosine function. So the maximum value is 1 and the minimum value is minus 1 of cosine function at an angle of plus minus n pi, where n is equals to 0, 1, 2 up to dot dot dot. So denote these points on x-axis like pi, 2 pi, 3 pi and 4 pi. As per the following equation, it is mentioned that the maximum value of cos is 1 and the minimum value is minus 1. That means the graph will be drawn between these 2 points minus 1 and 1. So this is 1 on positive y-axis and this is minus 1 on negative y-axis. Now let's start to draw the graph. We know at an angle of 0 degree the value will be 1. It means the graph will be start from 1 at positive y-axis. And after an angle of pi by 2, the value will be 0. And at the angle of pi, the value becomes minus 1. So here a question arises that how the graph will look like in the interval of 0 to pi by 2 and pi by 2 to pi. The graph may look like this graph, or the graph also may look like this graph, and also the graph may look like this graph. So we have found the 3 conditions. So what do you think, which one is correct? To know, we go through our trigonometry table. In this table, look at the values of cos function. Initially it is 1 at 0 degree, and then at 30 degree the value is root 3 by 2, which means 0.8. Then after at 45 degree the value is 1 by root 2, which means 0.7. After that at 60 degree the value is 1 by 2, which means 0.5. And finally at 90 degree it becomes 0. So you can see the value is gradually decreasing. So according to this condition, the first 2 graphs are not the correct graphs. So the third graph is correct because it follows this condition. You can also check by putting the values in cos function. So from interval 0 to pi by 2, the graph is gradually decreasing. After interval pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, first the graph gradually decreasing, then suddenly it get increases. After 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi interval, the graph get increases, and here at 2 pi, one cycle is completed of cosine graph. After 2 pi, the graph follows the same path. So finally we have drawn the cosine graph. We will find out domain from top side and range from left side by flash the light. To find the domain, flash the light from top side. So you can see that the light is following every part of this graph, and that's how we see a shadow at the bottom side of this graph. Usually we know that when we follow the light on an object, we see a shadow behind it. So here we have also the same thing. But this is not the limitation of this graph. For better understanding, we just made it from 0 to 4 pi interval. But it runs continuously from minus infinity to infinity. And the shadow will also continuously run from minus infinity to infinity. So simply watch the shadow where it is from and find the domain. So the shadow is from minus infinity to infinity. So this is our domain of cosine graph. Now we find range, and for that we flash the light from left side. So you can see that the light is falling on a small part of this graph, that is between minus 1 to 1. So a shadow is found between minus 1 to 1. Now here we have our range of this graph. Simply see the shadow that is found between minus 1 to 1, and this is our range. We just write minus 1 and 1 between two bigger brackets, because at these points the graph has a particular value, and that's why we write into bigger brackets. So what you know about this function y is equals to cos x? We know that the maximum value is 1, the minimum value is minus 1, the domain is minus infinity to infinity, and the range is minus 1 to 1. So these are the points that are really important for you. Now we differentiate between these two graphs, y is equals to sin x and y is equals to cos x. So this is our sine graph and this is our cosine graph. From these two graphs we can write cos pi by 2 minus x is equals to sin x, because when we move left side from pi by 2 angle we get the sine graph. That's why we write this equation. And we can say that cosine graph is lagging from sine graph at the angle of pi by 2. Also we can write this equation sin pi by 2 plus x is equals to cos x, because when we move right side from sine graph at angle pi by 2 we get the cosine graph. And that's why we can also say that sine graph is leading with cosine graph at the angle of pi by 2. So we have seen that all the parameters like maximum and minimum values, domain and range are same. But it is a major difference that these two graphs have a phase difference of pi by 2. So I hope you all are able to find domain and range of the particular graph, and you can make any graph by this method. So that's all in today's video. Now I'm sure that you can find domain and range of the particular graph. In next video we will learn how to draw tangent chord graphs, and also we will find domain and range. So thanks for watching our video. If you like this video then give a big thumbs up to the video. If you want to search more videos then subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell icon. Till then, keep hard working. One day you will be the king of your life.